Review of the Holosun AEMS Pro X2. I'll go over the specs, show the different reticles, what it looks like through the optic, how it looks through the magnifier, how to install it, and I'll give my thoughts on it. X2 has 50% less parallax with less edge distortion. Added forward light-facing sensor for better dot contrast in auto mode. New 4-post lower 1/3 co-witness 1.63-inch mount. Nut and cross bolt design with 2 recoil lugs. Pro has front and back clear lens covers. It doesn't decrease the window size. Comes with a kill flash that can be installed on the front. Solar failsafe that can be used in auto mode, multi-reticle system with 3 choices, 2 more night vision settings but 2 less daytime settings than the Core, circle dot combination, 2 MOA dot, 65 MOA circle. Big window size of 1.1 by 0.87 inches, 2¼ inches in length, making it a compact package. Only weighs 6.2 ounces. Adding the magnifier, we're at 17.2. 50,000 hours of battery life on a lithium CR2032. Side loading battery tray with a spare. 7075 T6 aluminum housing, which is the standard and a durable material. Good size brightness buttons. Anti-reflective lens coating. Optional shake awake to extend battery life with brightness recall and 3 different time settings. Glass does have a blue tint to it, which I'm not a huge fan of. However, I don't think it's that bad that makes it unusable. Most of your optics are going to have a blue tint. The circle dot combination is super crisp. It really fits the size of this window well. I typically prefer the single dot, but because of how it fits in this window, I think it makes it a viable option. Crisp 2 MOA dot, that is going to be the standard for your rifle red dots. You can really push the corners on that bigger window. Then the 65 MOA circle only, super crisp. The outlines are very sharp. You're still going to get a very clear image. There's just a slight bit of the blue tint to it. You are going to want your lens covers flipped down to get the clearest image possible. You can use it with it up. You just could get a little bit of distortion. Red dot on, having the camera focused on the doorknob. Still a very clear picture. The blue tint is just slightly changing the color. Now the image is focused on the reticle itself. Crisp and clear that reticle is. The lines are very sharp. There's not blooming around the illumination. My magnifier isn't zeroed, so that's why the reticle is a little bit off. It would normally be centered, focused on the 2 MOA dots. Very crisp accuracy with this because it's small. It's not blooming. Costs $400 for the Pro model, which I think is reasonable for the performance and value you get with this. I like the improvements they made on the X2. If you don't care about the solar failsafe, the 2 front lens covers, the 65 MOA circle, or the 2 extra night vision settings, and you would prefer the 2 extra daytime settings, the Core might be a better option for you, and that is $100 cheaper. Since this is a shorter build, I was looking for something with a bigger window, and I think that this is a great EOTech alternative that has a lot of pluses that the EOTech and other holographics don't have. Great size window and a very compact package. Because it has that bigger window, the circle dot fits really well in it where I might not have used it before. Most of your common lower 1/3 mounts are in the 1.5 inch range, which this being slightly taller, I really like, and the magnifier I'm using will match up to it with the included spacer. I prefer this nut and crossbolt system as well. I think it's a tighter and more secure mounting method than your quick detach mounts. Slim and lightweight mount, but it has that very durable material. AEMS Pro X2 checks all the boxes I was looking for in a rifle red dot. Comes with a great mount already, really good battery life at 50,000 hours. Standard but durable 7075 T6 aluminum. The bigger window with the multi-reticle system. Common batteries with your side loading battery tray. Good sized brightness buttons, fail safe, and that kill flash with the lens covers. I am personally going to use the kill flash on the front. You can remove these if you want. If you're trying to get into shooting occluded, kill flash on the front really helps merge you into shooting occluded instead of just taping it completely. And the cost of only being $400, but getting a lot in a single optic at that price. Super premium, you're getting into $700 range for the new stuff, where this already has better battery life, shake awake. From what I'm seeing and holding it, it has great quality, really nice finish around. For the price, I don't think that this can be beat. I think that it's the best EOTech alternative while not breaking the bank, especially when they're offering other more budget options than this. If you don't want the extra features, the Core at 100 less, the 510C at a little bit less, that's just a little bit bulkier of an optic. Included Torx tool, pop the lens cover down so it takes the tension off the springs in the back. 2 screws in the front. You can run it without the lens covers if you want. I would just reinstall the screws, pull the springs out on both ends. Short end of the spring go in first. Want the springs on the back side of this plastic piece. Dab of thread locker to these screws. Longer hooks are going to slide into the top, push the bottom plate into its slot back and forth on the screws. Unthread this all the way. Dab of thread locker right on those exposed threads. Hook it on the fixed side first, 50 to 65 inch-pounds. I reached out to Holosun requesting this specific optic because I think it's going to fit this rifle perfectly. They were kind enough to send this out to me to review, but I am going to be honest regardless if I bought it or not. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to help support the channel, and thank you for watching.